Platformers have revolutionized video games a bunch of times. Super Mario was technically the first platformer that introduced jumping and items. Sonic gave the player the sense of speed. And World of Goo? We do not talk about World of Goo. There's one problem though. Many platformers copy these games, so unless they are Mario and Sonic games, with some exceptions, the platformer genre got stale. Until today. In the middle of August, I did a platformer hunt to see what is very common in these types of games. I played from the NES games to the rare obscure WiiWare games to even some indie titles like Celeste and Hollow Knight. I have to say, I am Bowser. I grew up with these platformers, and as I was playing, I noticed that you always go left to right when platforming, and that's when I got the idea. Ah yes, I already know my goals. Prototyping. The most important step in game development. The best way to see if your game is fun and enjoyable. The prototype can make or break your game. Or that's what the man in blue overalls said. It all started with squares. And lots of blocks, of course. This was the time to put the base mechanics into place. The first mechanic I called the infinite wall jump, or the IWJ for short. Definitely not stolen by Super Mario 64's BLJ. The IWJ is an easy mechanic to code. We use the is_ground boolean, and it detects if the player is touching the layer called ground. However, there's a glitch that I decided to implement in my game. If we had a vertical wall, and the player touches it, spam space multiple times, he can IWJ until he stops touching the wall, basically giving him an infinite jump until he stops. The second wall is basically the first one, but I added invisible walls, and you need to press shift to make them appear. Technically, yeah, you can IWJ without pressing shift. I also gonna make this mechanic more prevalent in later levels. I also thought about dashing, but I decided to do that later in development. The original plan was to use pixel art, but then I realized I had no idea how to do pixel art and too many games use this style, so I opted for a vector art style instead.
Cause you a bitch!
It's a style I can do fast and is simple yet detailed. I made this mushroom and player right. I decided on using one sprite and having him squash and stretch when he jumps. Doesn't he look goofy? Also, I made a torch sprite, as well as this sign inspired by the Sonic games.
No, you actually stole that from Mario Party. No.
While I'm giving my friend a nice neck massage, I want to take a moment to introduce you to Nexus, today's sponsor. Nexus is a game development studio that hosts game jams every 6 months. When you enter, you only have a few weeks to make a game depending on the genre or competition. This includes action-adventure, platformers, RPGs, shooters, and so much more. And by the end, they have a cash prize to the winners. If you get in first place, second place, third place, and the prize pool is usually huge. So I suggest you come down by the comments and join in the fun by following the links in the description below. Thank you so much Nexus for sponsoring this video. I think he's dead. Designing the first level is also very important. It's where the player is going to learn more about the mechanics set by the tutorial. I added parallax effect for the background, and as usual, I made this level right to left. It took me 10 years to put in all the background elements, but I think it makes the game even better now. I also added this file graphic which presents how you do the IWJ. Menu design was even simpler. I made a small area for the player to run in the background inspired by Super Mario Maker. And just as a quick options menu, I also added the ability to do absolutely nothing because there's nothing that you can really do yet as far as options. Now, let me get a sip of milk while I leave some footage here. I've released a beta version of this game in the description. Nexus has been grateful enough to help us give away one subscriber a copy of Ace Break, the pixel program I was using earlier. Here is how you enter. Play the demo, comment whatever you like and what I can add, other than music of course, and be subscribed. It's easy and simple as that. It's free, and you can change your mind later. Now, I'ma hide this dead body.